everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, Redhead Boo here, back with a new video. So yeah, it is my long awaited UK Pride Q&A. It will be very similar to my Durham Pride one, and I always like to do like sort of a mini review, but in the form of a Q&A because I just find it easier to do it that way. I've done it for a lot of shows I've been to before, and yeah, so I just thought I would try that out. But before I get started, so my last video was me basically showing what I got for my 26th birthday, which was last week. So I'm now 26, I know. And the gift from one of my friends that didn't come when I'd filmed the video, it actually arrived, I think it was the day that I filmed? No, the day that I uploaded, so the Friday. And my two friends, Paul and Alex, who you will know from the Disney Magic, they are two of my closest friends now, like Disney friends, and they are also going to Disneyland Paris at the same time as we are, so I'm sure I'll be spending a lot of time with them, and I'll try and get them involved in my vlog as well, so yeah. And one of the funniest memories for me from the Disney Magic at Sea cruises that I went on was a moment which happened the last evening in Fathoms, in a quiz where each team had like a team captain, and then you'd be split into like two teams, and you'd just be answering questions, answering questions, and one of the questions was about pop culture, and it was all about pop culture, and there was different categories. You had music and things like that, and one of the categories was movies, and obviously because we were on a Disney ship, it was pretty much all Disney related, or like more for younger people, so like people my age and things. And one of the questions just happened to relate to DuckTales, which is something I watched a lot during lockdown and got into it a lot. And one of my favourite fun facts was actually the question, and it was, which character is voiced by David Tennant in the DuckTales movie? And as soon as I heard the question, because it was for my team, I shouted at the top of my lungs, Scrooge McDuck, and the present that Paul and Alex got for me is the Scrooge McDuck plush, because I love Scrooge McDuck, I love DuckTales, yeah. And when I go to Disneyland Paris, I was originally going to buy him, so now I don't have to, so now I can sort of save a bit of money. But yeah, I just think he's really cute, and you've got to love Scrooge McDuck, like he's a legend, and yeah. So sorry that this video started off a bit crazy, so the introduction's already quite long, but I think I'm just going to get into it because I have 15 questions to answer. So go with me on this, and yes, some of them might include like a little story, so I might go a bit off topic again, who knows. It's me. I'm random, I'm crazy. Okay, so question number 1, and they are all on my phone, that's why I've got my phone on me. What was your highlight of your weekend in Weston-super-Mare? Oh, that is so hard because like so many good things happened. So many incredible things happened, not just at the Pride, like the whole weekend, and because obviously the question relates to the whole weekend, think it's just like getting the chance to explore somewhere new, and I'm very much a person who likes being by the sea and likes coastal towns. Like Scarborough for me throughout my childhood has been a place that I've sort of grown up going to. It just makes me feel relaxed. Like if I'm ever stressed, I just have to go to like a seaside town, and just I just feel a sense of like calmness. And yeah, I've always loved it. And just the fact that I got to explore somewhere new and somewhere with a pier as well, and actually go on a pier, because I don't think prior to that I'd ever been on one myself. And I actually learned quite a fun fact about that very pier from none other than Jamie Hensley himself. That I can't remember which one it was, but for one of One Direction's music videos, they actually filmed part of it on there. I can't remember which. I think I googled it and I think it was You and I or something. I'm not 100% sure, so yeah, don't come for me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I just found it really, really interesting, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Like getting to play pirate golf. So if you've seen the vlog, you'll see like what we got up to and stuff. So yeah, I just think like exploring somewhere new and getting to see Jade again was really nice. Okay, question number 2. Out of both of the prides you went to, which one did you enjoy more? Oh, which did I enjoy more? Oh my god, that's so hard. I love them both for different reasons. Like, I think if you're talking about value for money, I would say UK Pride. And I quite like the fact that it was quite quiet, so it wasn't super busy. Um, and you didn't almost feel squashed. Like you had a lot of room to dance and stuff if you wanted to. And I think because we got barrier, we could sort of like save our energy and just do what we wanted to do, sit down and still like enjoy ourselves. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say UK Pride, just because like the atmosphere was really good, the acts were amazing. Like not just the one obviously I went for, I'm not mentioning any names yet, but you know. Um but yeah, like so many incredible acts, so many like just such a fun day. The only thing I'll say, I wish there were more like food trucks, because there wasn't many options for food. There was literally just pizza, and then there was I think like Greek food or something, but that's not really for me. So I wish there would have been more choices for food. But like you could take your own food, so it's not like you had to get something there. So it was. I think next time if I went again, I'd definitely buy something. So yeah. Um. So I definitely think I did prefer UK Pride for sure. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Sorry. How much were the tickets? So, tickets for UK Pride were a donation, I believe, of £5, which for an event all day from like 12 o'clock till about 9 o'clock at night was pretty good, I will say, in comparison to Durham Pride, which was only 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. till about, well, we didn't stay too long, and we paid like £25. So if you compare the two, I definitely think value for money, UK Pride was a lot better. I mean, they did add on like some fees as well onto the tickets. They were like £12 each, I think, or something, which I didn't think was bad at all, to be honest. So because in comparison to like other events, other concerts and stuff, Like, the amount of money of some things right now is crazy. So to have it that cheap was really good. So yeah, I really like that. Question number 4. What did I wear? So I wore my favourite, which I think now are going to be like my pride go-to trousers for life. I got these sort of rainbow, like, striped, I want to say like almost like flared leggings. Like, they're very, very skin tight. um, yeah, they're very comfy, and the amount of like compliments I got in them at both of the Pride events I went to, but like I got a lot more at UK Pride, I think, and yeah, everyone just said I looked super colourful, which for Pride I just feel like you sort of have to be like bright and colourful. And then we had the famous Jamie's Angels tops made, which I wore like throughout the day, but towards like the end it did start getting a lot colder, so I did sort of have to put my jacket on like towards the end. So yeah, I don't know if Jamie actually managed to see them, but it's okay. There'll be other chances for him to see it. But yeah, I definitely think I should have taken a bit of a warmer jacket with me though, because I think I underestimated the weather. So looking back, next time I know, take a warmer jacket. Question number 5, I think. Yeah. Who was my favourite act of the day? And I'm going to say now, obviously, the main reason for me going to UK Pride was to see Jamie, of course. It's me. Um, but, like, there were so many other incredible acts. Obviously, Jamie was a highlight, of course. He had to be. But if you know me, you know how much I adore Disney and Disney music in particular. Like, it's the type of music I love to sing. It's the style of music that me and Jamie worked on together. Sorry, my voice is going. And one of the acts I'm going to give a massive shout out to, because he was absolutely incredible, and he's called Chris Hughes. He is a Broadway style singer. I think he does like musicals and stuff, and his whole set was dedicated to Disney. He had an incredible, and when I say incredible, I mean incredible, stage outfit. Sort of like, it reminded me a bit of Prince Adam. Is that the right one? I think. Sort of like the Beast. Prince Adam, I think it is. I hope I'm not wrong. But yeah, and his voice and the songs he chose, like, he did an Enchanted song. Enchanted. No one, and I will say this now, nobody I've seen cover Disney songs has ever covered Enchanted. So when he said he was going to be doing Enchanted, I was shocked. I was blown away. I was just like, what? What? But yeah, like, that for me was just insane. I absolutely loved his set, and I think, yeah, I do think, apart from Jamie, obviously, I do think Chris was my favourite, just because of the fact that he did Disney songs. So yeah, loved his set. Really enjoyed it. So question number 6, yeah. Which Pride events would you like to attend in the future? Hmm. Oh, there's so many I want to go to in the future. I definitely think the one in Leeds, because everyone says, why have I never been to that one? Because that is like the closest to me, and York, but I couldn't go to York when that was on. Um, One day I'd love to do Brighton Pride because everyone always says how fun that is. Maybe like, I don't know, Blackpool, maybe? I just feel like that could be quite fun. But one I have always, always wanted to do, and obviously I know Jamie has done it for the past few years now, is Luton. Luton Pride. I've always wanted to go and try that out. Just because, like, well, obviously, because Jamie does it quite a lot, quite often, because obviously it's his hometown. But I just think it'd be nice to try that one. I think it is free as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I just want to do it. I do. And obviously, UK Pride again would be fun because I think I've read this right that next year it's coming to Doncaster, so it'd be quite nice maybe to do that. So yeah, there are quite a few that I've got on my list to do for sure. Question number 7. Do you think there should be more Pride events in other parts of the country? Yeah, I do. I think Pride has such an important message. Like, it just brings people together. Like, and I'll say this now, you don't have to be gay to go. Like, I'll say it. I'm straight, but I am an ally. Like, I stand by like gay people, lesbians, bisexuals, transgender, all of that. I support everyone, and yeah, it's just nice to be able to sort of get that sense of equality and community. Like, it is really, really nice, and I do definitely think that more places should do it because it is such a fun event. Like, I always said how much I wanted to go to a Pride event, and when I went to my first one earlier on this year, I loved it, and I think they're really fun, and it's a chance to just enjoy it because at the end of the day, it's music, speeches. At times, it can be emotional, yes, but it's also just really fun, and everyone's there for the same reason. You never feel judged. I think that is one of the biggest things I love about Pride. Like, no one's ever judged or anything, and it makes me feel really like wholesome, and yeah, it's nice. Um, Question number 8. What was your favourite part of the day? Favourite part of the day? I don't know. There was like there's so much to choose from. Favourite part of the day? I think what I really enjoyed was like looking around at all the different stalls, and I don't know. um, but like, oh, this is so hard. I think like the hosts really added to it. So we had Fanny Burns from 12 till 4, I believe it was, and then from 4 till around 8 we had Dr. Bev, and them two were just iconic. I absolutely loved them. I love a drag queen. I do. I really, really love a drag queen. And the fact that, like, in between acts, they'd come out and they'd just entertain. And they were just really, really funny, roasting people, roasting the audience. And it was just hilarious. And I absolutely loved them. So I definitely think the hosts did add a lot of like comedy to it, which I loved, obviously. But obviously I am gonna say getting to reunite with Jamie and Ollie, I can't forget him, was one of the best. And there is a question like further along which I'll answer, and I'll speak more about that. So yeah. Sort of that question I've already answered, like what's your favourite thing about Pride, but I just like the sense of community and the fact that like no one judges you and you can just enjoy yourself. It's a chance to just let your hair loose, drink as much as you want, enjoy yourself, don't be embarrassed. Just go for it and like dress up. Don't sort of like feel like you don't need to dress up because you do. I always like to be colourful for Pride. I even did like my makeup colourful as well. So just be extra. Go with the flow. Like be out there. Don't be afraid. Like because no one does judge you. I always thought people would like the first time I went to one, but everyone was just so friendly. People chat to you, and yeah, it's just a nice place to be. So definitely, 100% go for it, whatever you do. I've lost track of what question I'm on now. Would you go again? Yeah, 100%. I would go again for sure. It just, for me, it always relies on the lineup. So if the lineup's good, or if there's someone like Jamie, who I would travel anywhere to, because I think I've proved that. Like just always keep an eye out on lineups for prides because quite a lot of big names do it. And if you're a fan of a particular person, always keep an eye out because honestly, it is worth it, 100%. So, yeah, check out lineups, definitely. Question, don't know, 10, I want to say. What tips would you give to someone who's never been to a Pride event before? Take cash just in case like some of the stalls or like the food places don't accept card, but the majority do, and at the ones I went to they all took like card payments, so it's definitely worth it. Again, just dress colourful, be bright, be colourful, sing your little heart out, dance like no one's watching because that's what I do all the time and it is so worth it. What else? Another tip. Get there early. If you want a good spot, depending like if it's in the holidays or if it's on a bank holiday, I would highly recommend getting there early if you want a good spot. If there's VIP available, because half the time the VIP area is closest to the stage, definitely get it. Especially if you go to Durham Pride, that is a massive tip for that. Always, and this is a big thing, especially of the UK, trains are a nightmare. So if there's any planned like industrial action on the trains, as I found out, which luckily we planned ahead and decided to go the day before, because on the day of UK Pride there was a train strike and it meant that a lot of people had to drive rather than get the train. So definitely check out travel. Make sure you make alternative arrangements just in case. Or do what we did and plan to like make a little holiday out of it. So go down the day before and then just come back whenever you want. Because honestly, trains, like my train that I had booked a lot in advance got cancelled, and then there was delays, and it was a nightmare. So definitely check out trains, because that is a massive thing, especially in the UK. Like, trains are shocking, they really are. Okay, so the last 4 questions relate to Jamie, because obviously I wanted to dedicate a part of this video to him, because a lot happened because of him. And if you don't know, actually, I should have said this before, the whole reason for going to see him at UK Pride, at Durham Pride, he did ask me if there were any more of the Pride events that he was doing that I would be going to. And I kept saying I will try and make it to one of the other ones. And me and Jade literally searched and searched to see which one we wanted to do, because she definitely wanted to do one since she had to miss out at Durham. So we were like, we've got to find one that he's doing. And I saw that Weston-super-Mare, the one here, was 10 days before my birthday. So I was like, shall we do it and make it like an early birthday celebration for me? And she was like, let's do it. So that was like the main reason. So question, I think it's 11 or 12. To be honest, at this point I have no clue. So next question. How did you feel when you got your birthday card signed from Jamie, and how excited were you to receive it? So this does include a little story, so I do apologise for how long this video is going to be, because looking at the time now, it's long. Okay, so because it was for my early birthday, me and Jade decided we would try and pick out a card and then try and give it to Jamie to sign. But I sort of wanted it to be a surprise for me, because like I didn't want to see what he would write in it. And to be honest, it worked out rather well. So when after his set, we went to see him, obviously, and there were quite a few other people who were sort of like crowding around him, but I didn't want to, so I just like waited to the back and just said to Jade, let's just wait at the end and then we'll see him. And Ollie was sort of like stood near some bins, and a bit of a weird place to stand, but hey ho. And he saw me, came over, and we had a little catch up. And at that point, Jade went over to Jamie with the card. So it was sort of a surprise, even though I knew it was going to happen. But what he wrote was a surprise for me. And it was so cute. Like, if you've seen my birthday haul video, you'll see this card. And it's Daisy Duck, because she's my favourite. And the message will always be special. Always. Like, I just every time I read it, it just doesn't seem real, but it is. I know it is. And it says, Lucy, love you, happy birthday, kiss, Jamie. Don't know how well, but yeah, so cute. And I didn't actually look at the card until we'd left them, and it just made me feel really, really special and appreciated, and yeah, it was lovely. So yeah. What was it like to reunite with Jamie and Ollie? Did they make you feel happy? It was lovely. It was really, really nice to reunite with both Jamie and Ollie. Since it was like May, since the time that I saw them before September, so that's about 4 or 5 months. So just to like get the chance to catch up with both of them again, it was incredible, and they did just make me feel like really loved and really appreciated. And yeah, it was just cute, like getting the chance to just have a catch up, have a hug, and take photos, and just it was just so relaxing, and I just felt super comfortable. Like I've always felt safe around them too, and yeah, it is just such a nice feeling to like get the chance to speak to your favourite people, and yeah, it's lovely, really lovely. So if you're watching, boys, love you both. Okay. Sorry if that was super cringe. Okay, right. So, what was Jamie's set like, and what was your favourite song he performed? His set was just iconic. Iconic. Like, I was so happy with the song choices he chose. There were a few similar ones that he did at Durham Pride, so obviously I was excited about them ones. But then again, he threw in some that I have never heard him sing before, so I was just like, okay. um, I'll definitely say my favourite was. Oh god. I love them all. But obviously, I'll say my favourite was Bohemian Rhapsody. Just because, I mean, that song is just a classic. You've got to love that song. Like, Bohemian Rhapsody, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with it at all. And it's just the fact that, like, in every single song on his set, somehow I got interaction. I don't know how. I don't know if that was a secret plan or something. I don't know. But it was just adorable, and it just made me smile so much. And I loved it. But because obviously I was vlogging, I was trying to film like a little section of each song, but I didn't want to just watch the show from my phone, especially because Jamie was literally right in front of me, and I didn't want to like seem rude. So I was a bit like, I won't film much, but I will film. And I knew I had to film his iconic high notes because that man has pipes. He does. He has pipes on him, and I just love it. And in Bohemian Rhapsody, I managed to film one of my interactions. I didn't know I was going to get this interaction, so when I was watching the video back and I saw that I had got the interaction on camera, I was so happy. So yeah. And then finally, the last question of this super long video. If you've made it through, congratulations. And the last song is how song song question. The last question. How excited were you to see Jamie? I was so excited. I feel so proud, like whenever I see him on stage, especially because to go from being in a boy band and having like 3 other people on stage to do it on your own must be terrifying. So I have always had huge respect for Jamie, always. But for him to just do it, and I just don't think it phases him at all. And he just always smashes his performances. And the fact that I can just show how proud I am of him is just incredible. And yeah, just seeing him on stage where he belongs, and just how much he enjoys it and embraces every moment just makes me so proud. And Jamie, if you're watching, you know I'm always going to be so proud of you. You know how much I adore you with every single flipping bone in my body. And yeah, so that was the final question of this. Sorry, that was my wrists. Ow. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this super long video. I apologise how long it's gonna be. If you made it through, hats off to you, because I don't know how I made it through, to be honest, and I had to film it. But yeah, and I will say this now, if you don't know already, next month I will be seeing Jamie in his homecoming headline show, and of course I'll be vlogging, so look out for that. And if you did enjoy today's video, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Turn on the bell and you'll be notified every time I upload new content. But for now, this is Redhead Boo signing off. Bye!